The rains are here in Mumbai and it is the perfect time for plant lovers to go shopping for plants. And the best place to go shopping is to your local nursery. And if you ask me why, I will say that it's because this is the time during the rains that nurseries stock up a lot of different varieties of plants because plants are thriving and they're growing. So they stock up a lot of rare plants, a lot of different plants, and capitalize on that. Go to your local nursery and buy as many plants as you can afford. Now I did that. I went to my local nursery and I bought all these plants, and I am so excited to share them with you. I want to show each one of them to you, and I will be doing that in a couple of minutes. But before I do that, I would like to remind you about last week's video, which was an unboxing video where I bought 4 plants online and I unboxed them right in front of you. If you haven't seen that video, you can always check it out. The link is right there in the description box below. The plants that I bought last week cost me 1400 rupees, and they were just 4 plants and they were pretty small sized plants. Now the plants that you see here, all of them together cost me not more than 2200-300 rupees. Most of these plants here cost me around 200 to 150 rupees, some 100 and some even below 100. Now I don't remember the prices for each one of them, but some of them, yes, I do remember. And as I talk to you about them, I will definitely tell you how much they cost me, if I remember them. I'm really excited about this one because this is the angel wing begonia. Now this is not the polka dotted begonia that I spoke about some time ago in my plant wish list video. It's a little different from that, but it is an angel wing begonia. That's why you can see that the undersides are all red, the leaves are all glossy green, and the shape of the leaves resemble angel wings. So that's why it's called angel wing begonias. And now there are spots on it. Not all the leaves, the spots are not very prominent, but I'll show you a close-up probably, and you can see there are tiny spots on the leaves here. Now this plant really excites me because I've been looking for something like this for a very long time, and for the first time I've seen these rare begonias in our Indian market. Now when I went to my local nursery, he didn't know the variant name because they don't have much information on that. He just called it a begonia, and over here we have to ourselves research and find out what plant we own. So that is on us. So this is a very good buy. I got it for just 200 rupees, which is very cheap, and I don't think you can get it for such a good rate other than at your local nursery. This is another begonia that I found, which is called the Begonia Morris Amy. If you look at the leaves carefully, it's dark green with a lot of silverish pink variegation on it, and the undersides are again red. So I really like this plant, and I just got it for 200 rupees. So I'm really happy about the price as well. This here is the Oxalis triangularis, and it's a very pretty looking plant. It's very delicate too. It looks delicate as well. If you look at the stalks, they're all white, and at the end of the stalk there are these dark maroonish purple leaves which are triangle in shape, and there are 3 leaves on each tip of the stalk. Now this plant is pretty delicate because when I was handling it just now, I broke a few stalks. So you have to be very careful while handling it. Otherwise, this plant, if it gets a lot of sunlight, a decent amount of sunlight and good water, it survives well. It's a bulbous plant. This is not the first one that I have owned. I also had this for the past 4 years. When I'd been to Kerala, I'd acquired it from one of my husband's cousins, and it has been with me ever since, and I've loved this plant. So if you've noticed, I haven't repotted any of these plants that I've got from the nursery. I've just kept them as it is. Now once I finish this video, I will be slowly transferring them into better pots. I really don't remember how much I paid for this one. You can see this plant, the leaves are all closed because we're shooting this video in the evening, and that is what the butterfly plant does. It just closes its leaves in the evening. This one is another pretty plant called the Calathea roseo picta. which is also known as the dotty plant. Now, if you look at the leaves, it's got a dark purple color with a line that runs on the borders, on the edges of the leaf, that's slightly pinkish. You can see a close-up of these leaves, it's really gorgeous. Now the plant that I bought had an insect on it and it has eaten up around 3 of my leaves. There are holes in them. But I caught that insect and I have removed him from the plant. So it's a really gorgeous calathea here. Now calatheas are good indoor plants. They are a little on the delicate side. You have to really be careful when you keep a calathea. You have to give it a lot of attention and you have to care for it really well. Otherwise the leaves will start drying up and they start just getting tip burns. I don't think I paid more than 200 rupees for this one. It's a small plant but it is pretty rare. So I got another Dieffenbachia. This is the spotted Dieffenbachia. You can see that it's got a beautiful variegation on its leaves and it's really bright and green, so I liked it and I picked it up. I got it for I think 100 rupees, which is quite okay. The price is quite good. So when I tilt it, I think you can have a better look at how its leaves are, how beautiful they are. I think I'm pretty happy with this buy because I love buying indoor plants. This one is the Philodendron oxycardium red. Red because it's actually got a reddish tinge to its leaves. If you look closely, you can see that reddish tinge. Or if you probably look at the underside over here, you can see how it's reddish. Probably in the close-up, you will get a better look at it. When you look at it from far, it looks more green. But this is a really pretty climber. I really liked how this plant looks. It's got many vines coming out. And if I probably put a moss stick or something, it will probably climb up that stick. And so I really found this plant very pretty. It's got many vines coming up here, you can see. I probably will get it to climb up something. And I think it's going to really add value to my balcony garden. This one cost me just around 40 rupees. It was very cheap, so I just grabbed it. This very pretty looking plant here is the Tradescantia fluminensis, the variegated variant. And I'm very excited about this plant because I already own the Tradescantia zebrine and the Tradescantia pallida, which is also known as purple heart. Now these plants are from the spiderwort family and they're commonly called wandering Jew. So they look really beautiful in hanging baskets and they're extremely easy to propagate. You just have to pluck out a stalk and poke it in the soil and it catches root. This one cost me 150 rupees. This one here is the Ficus elastica, the rubber plant, but it's a different variant, that's why I picked it up. It's called the Scridgeveriana. I'm not sure about the pronunciation, but that's what it's called. Now if you look at the variegation on the leaves, it's very different. The leaves are slightly lemonish green and they are pale and the variegation is very light. So I really liked how it looks. You can see it clearly. It's quite pretty. There's damage to one leaf here. I think there's a little damage. When you go to nurseries, you do get a lot of damaged plants too. But sometimes you have to overlook that because you're getting it at very cheap rates. This here is another calathea that I got and it's called the Calathea rufibarba. Now I really love this. It's got dark green glossy leaves as you can see here. And what I love the most is the undersides of this plant. If you touch it, it's got a velvet finish. It's so smooth and soft to touch. I really loved it and it's also got a purplish maroon dark colored underside which gives it a lot of interest. Now if you look at it like this, you can see how beautiful the foliage is and it's pretty dense too. So I really love this plant. Again, it's a calathea, so I have to really be careful with it and keep an eye on it to see how it's behaving in my house. I don't think I paid more than 200 for this one. This here is the Cordyline terminalis, also known as the chocolate queen. Now this is known as a chocolate queen for a reason because it's got chocolatey brown variegation on its leaves. If you see the new one here, there's a new leaf coming here and it's pretty brown. The edges of each leaf is white, a yellowish white, and there is green and brown variegation on the leaves, which makes this plant look really good. The confusion often arises because both the Dracaena and the Cordyline terminalis belong to the same Aspergillus family, and that is why there is a confusion. They also look pretty similar, so that's how you can get confused with what it's being called. This one cost me around 200 rupees. People who know me and people who have seen my previous videos will know that I love these plants. Now these are aglaonemas and they are absolutely gorgeous plants. Also, they are extremely hardy and very easy to keep as beginner gardeners. This one is the Aglaonema total, or it's been referred to as Aglaonema striped. If you look at the leaves, they have these striped variegation on them and the stalks are white, so it makes it look really pretty. It's quite a tall plant, and the one here also is an Aglaonema, but I'm not sure of what variant it is. What I liked about this one is that it's got a very fine white edge on the leaf. If you see it closely, you can see that white line, as if somebody's taken a white marker and made a border for this leaf. So it looks very pretty. Again, the stalk is nice and white. I feel these plants are pretty healthy. Only this one has a yellow spot here and one of its leaves started yellowing, so I plucked it off. But otherwise they're pretty healthy plants and I think they're a good bargain. Again, I didn't spend more than 200 rupees for these two. I mean for each of them. This one here is the Philodendron rubescens or the red emerald. This plant, as you can see, is in a very bad condition. The leaves here have browned and they've broken. There is damage on this leaf, and there's a little browning on this leaf. And it urgently needs to be potted out of this pot because the roots have all come out from the bottom. If you can see here, the roots are all coming out and the plant itself is not able to stand steady. So why did I buy a plant in this condition? Because I felt that this plant was pretty rare and I really wanted this plant for some time. If you can see, it's a very beautiful plant with beautiful red stalk and really big leaves. So probably I bought it with an idea in mind that I will nurse it back to health, and it's a good buy. I got it for very cheap. I think I got it for 100 rupees because of the damage that it already has on it. Sometimes we need to make such decisions where we buy damaged plants, but I would suggest that if you don't know about the plant, don't buy plants that are already damaged and buy plants that are in very good health so that you have a better chance at keeping it surviving. So sometimes you can do things like this. I just couldn't resist looking at this plant. I felt so sorry for it that I had to pick it up, and this was the only one that they had. They didn't have another one of the same plant, so that's why I picked it up. I think I'm pretty happy with it. Probably somewhere down the line I will do an update on this plant if I'm able to save it and if I'm able to nurse it back to health. I think it'll be a really good story to tell. So let's hope this plant does well. So we've come to the last plant, but definitely not the least. I've saved the very best buy for the very end. This is the Ficus lyrata or the fiddle leaf fig, and it's a very popular indoor plant. It needs a little bit of sunlight and good water to thrive, so I don't keep it indoors because I have very less sunlight indoors. I keep it in my balcony. Now this plant has been doing well since the time I've bought it, and it has been something I've wanted for a very long time. It's a plant that gives good height, and it's a plant that grows pretty tall and it looks very good when it's fully grown. Now you won't believe me when I tell you this, that I got this plant for just 200 rupees, which is unbelievable for me because at this size and with such good health, it's really a great price to get this plant. Now you can see it clearly that it's a really good and healthy plant. I love the way it looks. It's got a lot of leaves, and since the time I've got it, it's not shown any signs of discomfort. So I'm happy and I keep my fingers crossed because I want this one to survive. Really happy about this one. You would ask me how did I get so many plants for just 2,200 rupees? And my answer to that would be I bought it from my local nursery, and this nursery is a place that I've been going to for so many years, and I have built a good relationship and a rapport with this person, with the nursery wala. And every time I go there, he gives me really good rates, and I don't even have to sometimes bargain with him. I don't have to ask him to get the rates down. It is a long-term relationship that we have built, and that's how it works for me. I do believe that every plant hobbyist must have a good relationship with their local nursery. It is absolutely necessary. If you're new around here and if you're watching our video for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon to get notification for new videos. I hope you really enjoyed this video because I really enjoyed making it and I loved showing my plants to you. So if you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button and we will see you next week. Stay green.